Alright, thanks again for joining me here on 3-Minute Knives, where we go over the ins and outs of a particular knife in 3 minutes or less. Today I'm not doing a spec video for you, I'm going to do a sharpening video. And the only reason I'm going to do that is because I just kind of want to show off this Worksharp guided sharpening system. I've had all the big players in the sharpening industry, the Wicked Edge, the KME, the Spyderco, the Worksharp Ken Onion edition, the belt-driven sharpener with the grinding attachment, Lansky systems. Pretty much I've tried the majority of them, and I keep coming back to this one just because it's so easy. It's so easy to set up, and it takes a little bit of practice. So I would suggest using cheaper knives when you first start, but it's just such an easy system to use, and it puts a great edge on it every time. So I'm just going to go over it real quick. You have your flat sharpening stones, not really stones, but nice and flat. The good thing about this system is if you have a curved blade, you can set this to where you get to where when you're coming off of it and you're having to kind of turn the blade, it kind of goes with you. That's nice. Being that this is more of a straight edge, I'm going to lock it in place, and then there's no movement there. You've also got this ceramic rod that you can set down in there. You can do serrations with this, and if you just want to do some general honing, you can got a nice flat part right here. The serrations, as you can see right here, you have these little ridges. Anyway, we're not going to use this today. Today we're going to just take this Artisan Cutlery Archeo, which I got. It's a used one, and it looks like whoever had this before me tried to put a mirror edge on it, and they kind of got it mirrored, but it is so dull. It barely cuts paper. It really drags through. You can see I'm pushing it. It wants to tear more than cut. I mean, it's just not. Wasn't a good. Wow. Wasn't a good shape. There we go. Got a little bit of a grab on there. But just not a very good edge on there. So I'm just going to go through and do a, you have these different angles on here as well, 20 degree, 17 degree, and I think it comes with a 25 degree. So I'm just going to go through. I'm going to start with the extra coarse. When you first start doing this, like I said, use some cheaper knives to start with. So basically, you put it on here. You have this edge guide. You can check your edge, you lay it on the stone, and you drag it across. Now you can check it every single time if you want to. You're not putting a lot of pressure down on the knife or on the blade. One thing I did notice is you don't want to lay it on here and then drag it down on this, because you will get scratches on the blade. Or you can put tape over this, which kind of helps with that as well. I generally just lay it on here, and then I come off and go on to the sharpening stone here. I've done this enough to where I can stay pretty much within that angle after the first couple times. We're just going to come through here. I usually do maybe 10 to 15 passes. I check to see if there's a burr forming. There is a little bit there. So we're going to switch it over to the other side. Check the angle, and then you just come back. You can go as slow as you want. You can pick up the speed once you feel comfortable with it. And I can feel that burr. I'm going to go one more time though. Let's do 10 passes each side. Now you want to be careful. You don't want to come down and slide off the edge because you can kind of round off the tip. And you won't get a nice consistent sharpness all the way to the end of the tip there. Okay, so now I'm going to switch this out for the next level, which is just a plain regular course. Check the angle, and we'll get started. All right, yeah, we're removing a good bit of steel there. It was almost like it was rounded off the edge there. So let's move down to the next level, which is just the regular fine. Okay, other side. All right, now let's go to the final stone, which is the extra fine. Check that angle. Now you're not putting a lot of pressure down on this, you're just kind of using the weight of the knife itself. Maybe a tad bit extra pressure, but not much at all. Just try to keep control of it. You don't want to be all loosey-goosey with the blade going across here. Nice and flat and straight. On this last one, the very fine one, I usually go over it a pretty good bit. Flip it over, check the angle. Go back over one more time. Got a visitor there walking through the screen. That's nice. Just remember to take your time. You don't want to get into a rush. All right, now you want to make sure you don't feel any burrs on either side. I don't, so let's just check it real quick. You could be done right here, stop, and be done with it. You can also throw on the leather strap here, drop it up, and you can also put the ceramic rod in here to get a really fine edge on there. But let's just test it. Okay, well, that's much better. Much better than it was. Whole lot better. So, anyway, this is the Worksharp guided sharpening system. Just a very simple system to use. It takes a little bit of practice, but once you get it down, it's very easy. Quick setup, and you can set it up on your coffee table and while you're watching a TV show, whatever. And it's kind of calming too. It's something that I enjoy doing. So anyway, there you go. I just kind of wanted to show that, kind of show my love for this particular system just because of how easy it is to use. Now, it'll be kind of tough to get if you're looking for that mirrored edge look on your knives, this is not the system for you. But if you just want a good sharpening system that's going to put a decent edge on your knives to where you can use it the way a knife is supposed to be used, this is great, especially for the price point. So anyway, there you go, the Worksharp guided sharpening system. Thanks a lot.